My best friend claimed the universe wanted her to use my stillborn's name, so I made her believe the universe changed its mind. Delilah wasn't just spiritual. She was the type who'd break off engagements because Mercury was in retrograde. She literally left her fiancé at the altar because her psychic saw darkness in his aura that morning. 3 years later, she rejected a dream job because the interview was on Friday the 13th. I thought it was harmless until I got pregnant and she turned my daughter's death into a cosmic sign. When I told Delilah about the pregnancy, she grabbed my belly and closed her eyes. The universe just spoke to me, she whispered. Our babies will be born under the same moon. Within a month, she was pregnant too, texting me constantly about synchronicities and destiny. I'd been dreaming of a celestial nursery since I was 12, sketching moons and stars and notebooks. The name Luna came to me during an ultrasound when they said she was perfect. Delilah cried when I told her, said it was written in the stars. At 28 weeks, I woke up in a pool of blood. The doctors tried everything, but Luna's lungs weren't ready. I held her for 2 hours, memorizing her tiny fingers, her perfect nose, the way her chest rose and fell until it didn't anymore. Delilah burst into the hospital room while I was still holding Luna's body. The universe needed her back, was the first thing she said. I saw 3 owls on the way here. Death omens. She was never meant for you. My husband grabbed her arm, but she kept talking about angel numbers and spiritual transitions while Luna grew cold in my arms. 4 months later, I was barely functioning. I'd sit in Luna's nursery, touching the stars I'd painted on the walls. Delilah called constantly about signs she was seeing. Then she invited me to lunch, and I went because the house felt like a tomb. She was 7 months along, glowing. And before our food arrived, she leaned across the table. Luna came to me in a dream 3 times, she said. I watched her lips move like she was speaking underwater. She told me she chose wrong. She wasn't meant to come through you. She knew you couldn't handle being her mother, so she picked me as her vessel. She wants me to use her name and give her the life she was supposed to have. She pulled out her phone and showed me Instagram posts of her nursery. Every star I'd painted, every moon I'd hung, even the constellation onesies I'd ordered. Something inside me went cold and sharp. I wasn't just going to let Delilah steal my daughter's memory piece by piece. That night, I studied Delilah like a scientist studies a virus. Her weakness was obvious. She'd believe anything if it came wrapped in spiritual packaging. I knew her guru accounts, her posting times, her terror of bad omens. For years, I'd watched her ruin relationships over cosmic warnings. Now I'd become the universe she worshipped. I created a fake spiritual advisor profile and started following her, commenting on her posts with cryptic warnings about stolen destinies. Within days, she was messaging me frantically about the baby name she'd chosen and whether the universe approved. I told her I sensed dark energy around the name Luna. Delilah started seeing signs everywhere because I made sure she did. My friends left white feathers on her car after I mentioned angel feathers meant danger. The guru account posted about spiritual downloads revealing how babies named after tragic events carry cursed energy. I scheduled everything for 11/11 and had 3 friends text Delilah about seeing 444 repeatedly that same day. She messaged frantically asking if the numbers meant something. My posts escalated to specific warnings about deceased babies' names trapping souls between worlds. Delilah started sleeping with crystals under her pillow and burning sage in the nursery. She called about streetlights flickering and finding dead moths. Eventually, she had enough and planned a party where she said she had something to announce. On the day of, she stood in front of 50 guests with note cards shaking in her hands. Her face had the waxy sheen of someone who hadn't slept in days. She cleared her throat twice before speaking. I know you all expected us to name our baby Luna, but the universe has spoken through multiple channels. I have decided to name my baby Phoenix Destiny Rising. The silence stretched like taffy. Her mother-in-law's champagne glass stopped halfway to her lips. Her sister broke the silence asking, "Is this a joke?" Delilah's husband closed his eyes while she spent 15 minutes explaining the spiritual emergency with the desperate energy of someone justifying a face tattoo. Her cousin interrupted halfway through. "Delilah, that's not even a name. That's a sentence." But Delilah kept going, describing omens and visions while guests exchanged looks. Her mother-in-law walked out during the part about cosmic downloads. Nobody clapped when she finished. After Phoenix Destiny was born, I showed Delilah the fake guru account on my phone. Her face cycled through confusion, understanding, then rage before settling into something worse. She straightened her shoulders and smiled, but it didn't reach her eyes. "You're wrong. The universe worked through you." She squeezed my hand hard enough to hurt. "Thank you for being the vessel for Phoenix's true name." She left clutching her purse like a weapon. To this day, Delilah still believes the universe saved her baby from Luna's vengeful spirit.